The gunman caught on camera walking into a Macy's in Washington State and opening fire.
Cascade all Burlington units. Male ran into the women's Macy with a long rifle. We're getting multiple calls.
The gunman then escaping into the night. The intense manhunt this morning.
Chilling video released by the wife of a man shot by police in Charlotte, pleading with officers not to open fire.
Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. He has no weapon.
Officers ordering him to drop a gun before shooting him. This morning, what could be a critical new report on the weapon cops say was found at the scene.
Countdown to the showdown, the big debate, how the candidates are preparing as different as their platforms, and Ted Cruz's stunning turnaround. Why is he suddenly supporting the man who called him a liar?
Plus, Midwest floods, Wisconsin and Iowa hard hit. Rivers on the rise, streets, cars, and businesses waterlogged. Iowa's governor declaring a disaster emergency in 13 counties. Sandbagging going strong in this race against time.
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
Good Saturday morning, everyone. Let's get right to the breaking news. The shooting at the mall in Washington State.
This is the man police are hunting for this morning. They say he walked into the mall and opened fire, killing 5 people in the makeup department at Macy's.
The Cascade Mall is just outside of Seattle. It's transformed into the scene of a mass shooting. Customers, many of them shell-shocked, were loaded onto buses and then taken to a safe location until their friends and their family could pick them up.
A typical night in suburbia violently interrupted, and ABC's Neil Karlinski is right there in Burlington, Washington with the very latest. Neil, good morning to you.
Dan and Paula, good morning. This is a community on lockdown right now. The man police say shot and killed 5 people inside that Macy's right there was last seen running out across this parking lot towards the highway next door, still armed with his gun.
Cascade all Burlington units. Male ran into the women's Macy with a long rifle. We're getting multiple calls.
The first reports of shots fired started flooding in just before 7 p.m. Surveillance cameras capturing the chilling image. A suspect described by police as a Hispanic man armed with a rifle is shooting people inside the Macy's store at the Cascade Mall in Burlington, Washington, north of Seattle. Joe Wjla and his wife were inside the Macy's when the shooting started. He says he came face to face with the gunman.
What I saw was that there was a gunman holding a rifle shooting, and he saw me, and I took off running.
There are reports of women down in the makeup section.
Employee calling advising they are hiding in the break room at this time.
In all, 4 women and 1 man are shot and killed.
I found 2 ladies that were on the floor. One was face down, a lot of blood, pool of blood on the ground, and then there was another lady right next to her. I checked for her pulse. She didn't have any.
A massive search for the suspect follows reports that he ran out, headed for the nearby highway.
Again, caution people, stay indoors, stay secure. If you see something, say something.
Police saying they have no motive. The ATF and FBI joining local police at the sprawling crime scene. Hours after the shootings, terrified survivors from inside the mall were bused to a nearby church, anxious family members waiting for them. Again, the suspect is considered armed and very dangerous. People who live in the area are being urged to keep their doors locked. The manhunt continues, Dan.
It's a horrifying story, and it's not over yet. Neil, thank you. Just moments ago, I spoke to Armando Patino, who works at the mall and was right there when the shots were fired. Armando, I know that you work at T-Mobile, which is just a couple stores down from the Macy's. Did you know what was happening as it began to happen?
I honestly did not. I heard the first shot and the second shot, and I stood there. I did not know what was going on. I was, a little confused at the time because I didn't think there were gunshots. And then out of nowhere, I hear 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'd see a bunch of people running out of Macy's, and that's when I knew that shots were fired. And I mean, everybody went crazy. So, I did what I could. I ran to my store, obviously, and there were actually people, that were a little bit in front of me that I was able to, to just, I basically pushed them into the store, and then we just stayed there. A bunch of people were just shocked in the room, and we just waited for safety.
Well, what kind of impact do you think this will have on your community?
I believe this is going to have a big impact because I mean, we're two small towns, and this is our mall, this is our community, and we like to feel safe in the community at least, and secure. And this happening, it's kind of it shocked everybody. It shocked me as well. But it's just something that the community is going to have to get through, and in time we will. But it's a sad day.
Indeed, and we're sending our best to you and to everybody in that community. Thank you again for your time this morning and for doing what you could overnight when the worst imaginable took place. Armando Patino, thank you.
Thank you.
And we will continue to follow that story. Dan, thank you. And moving now to the reports of new evidence in the fatal police shooting of a man in Charlotte, North Carolina. All of this comes as his family releases this harrowing video showing the final moments of Keith Lamont Scott's life. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is in Charlotte this morning for us, where there were more protests overnight. Eva, good morning to you.
Good morning, Paula. Damage from prior protests has the city of Charlotte on guard this morning, but we have seen now a second night of peaceful protests. This, as we're learning more about the fatal shooting that sparked this outrage.
This morning, investigators reportedly saying new evidence in the shooting death of Keith Scott. Sources telling Charlotte ABC affiliate WSOC that testing of the weapon cops say was found at the scene allegedly shows a match for Keith Scott's fingerprints, DNA, and blood.
Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. He has no weapon.
This coming as chilling new video captured by Keith's wife shows her begging Charlotte police not to shoot her husband.
Keith, don't do it. Keith, get out the car. Keith, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Keith, don't you do it. Did you shoot him? Did you shoot him?
Scott's wife in disbelief.
He better not be dead. I'm not gonna come near you. I'm gonna record though. I'm not coming near you. I'm gonna record though. He better be alive.
When do we want it? Now!
For days, protesters and Scott's family have called on the police to release officer body cam and dash cam of the shooting. Charlotte's police chief arguing the police video doesn't paint a full picture and won't release it until more questions are answered.
If I were to put it out indiscriminately and it doesn't give you good context, it can inflame the situation and make it even worse.
The family, who has seen the police video, says it's not clear what was in Keith Scott's hand. But the police department says Scott was armed and that this image captured after the shooting shows the gun they recovered.
When you look at the picture they released, it's hard to tell what it is. It could be a gun, but it's not clear.
From the other angle, this video shows what may be that same object far from the body, raising more questions than it answers.
The state now taking over the investigation. As far as that police video, the state says because CMPD has the original copy of that video, they have the legal authority to release it. The state telling us city leaders are actively discussing the release of that video. Paula.
All right, thank you so much, Eva. We want to bring in ABC legal analyst Sunny Hostin, who is also in Charlotte for us this morning. Sunny, good morning. We want to talk about that report. According to our ABC affiliate right there in Charlotte, WSOC, quoting a source, they say the weapons found by cops at the scene allegedly had Keith Scott's blood, his fingerprints, his DNA, but it seems like bits and pieces of information are coming to light. Does it confuse the investigation?
I think so. I mean, these investigations, Paula, are very fluid, and we are in the early days of the investigation here. And so any conclusions drawn upon alleged leak information would be premature, and it certainly does compromise the investigation. I think what's certainly important to note is that the family has requested an independent investigator, an independent investigation. That is now considered the best practice when it comes to these police-involved shootings, and we do now know that the State Bureau of Investigation is now handling this case, and so again, investigation is very, very fluid and at its earliest stages.
Yeah, we saw that video that Keith Scott's wife shot, but the family has also seen the police video. But police so far are resisting calls to release the tape to the public. You just heard the police chief saying he didn't want to inflame the situation. Is that the right call?
I don't think it's the right call, and I can tell you that last night I was in downtown Charlotte. I was speaking to a lot of the protesters. There was chanting, release the tapes, and every single person that I spoke to felt that the police department was being less than transparent. It's leading to a distrust of this investigation, and again, best practices has been to be much more transparent with the community, and I think that would go a long way in terms of giving this broken and fractured community a better sense of justice here.
Yeah, cries for transparency this morning right there in Charlotte. Sunny, thank you. Dan?
We move on now to the race for president, and T-minus 2.5 days until what promises to be an epic night in American politics. Clinton versus Trump in their first debate. Around 100 million viewers expected. Both candidates are busy preparing this morning, but in very different ways. And ABC's Mary Bruce is in our Washington bureau with more on that story. Mary, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dan. Well, with that pivotal debate just around the corner, the campaigns are studying each other's weaknesses, setting expectations, and already playing head games. This morning, two very different candidates preparing to face off in two very different ways. In one corner, Hillary Clinton, the veteran debater, readying for her most unpredictable opponent yet. Taking the traditional route, she's hunkering down with briefing books, holding mock debates, and looking to get under Trump's skin, starting with the front row.
I'm out.
Her campaign giving a coveted ticket to Trump's nemesis, fellow brash billionaire Mark Cuban.
Let's put it this way, if he came on Shark Tank, I wouldn't make the investment.
This will be Trump's 12th debate, but his first one-on-one. And when it comes to prep, he's wary of overdoing it.
I've seen people prepare so much that they get up there and they get locked to or they can't speak.
Trump is bringing in backup. Former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani leading Friday's strategy session.
Let's have the American people, for once, actually see a person actually be themselves.
So no mock debates, just rapid-fire questioning, a careful review of Clinton's past performances. And now Trump is getting a surprise boost from a former rival.
Lion Ted Cruz. Lion Ted. He holds up the Bible and then he puts it down and he lies.
Just 2 months ago, Ted Cruz refused to endorse Trump at the convention.
Vote your conscience, vote for candidates up and down the ticket who you trust to defend our freedom.
Now an about-face, the Texas senator saying he will vote for Trump. Speaking with our Houston station, KTRK.
I have forgiven him. This is not personal. It's not about our family. It's about the country.
Back now with Mary. Mary, I guess the question is, what is behind Cruz's change of heart? Why now? And who benefits more here, Cruz or Trump?
Yeah, this is a risky gamble for Ted Cruz, no question. After taking a hard personal and principled stance against Trump, Cruz's change of heart is shocking, but maybe politically advantageous. Cruz is facing a possible primary challenge, and the RNC has said Republicans who don't back Trump could be made to pay for it down the road. Dan?
That is true, but many of Cruz's supporters are unhappy this morning. Mary Bruce, thank you very much.
I want to bring in ABC News political analyst Matthew Dowd joining us from Austin, Texas this morning. Hi, Matthew. So apparently hell froze over and Ted Cruz endorsed Donald Trump. Is it really going to matter in the end?
Good morning. I actually think it doesn't help Donald Trump at all. It's not going to contribute anything in the course of this campaign. But I actually think it hurts Ted Cruz in his future ambitions. One, to get reelected U.S. Senator here in Texas, but two, running, if he wants and Donald Trump loses, run for president in 2020. I don't think it helps him because it makes him look cravenly opportunistic and unprincipled. It doesn't help Ted.
All right, let's loop back to the debate on Monday night. The stylistic differences between these two candidates could hardly be more stark. You've got the super studious Clinton and the seat of the pants, up until now, Trump. How is this likely to play out on stage?
Well, I think what's going to play out is each of their strengths and each of their weaknesses are going to need to go on the other side. So Hillary Clinton, very cerebral, but not doesn't have a gut connection with the American public. She has to become more visceral, I think, in the course of that debate. I think Donald Trump, very visceral, has to look more cerebral and have more of a head connection in this. So they each have to go to the other side's strength and try to adapt that in the course of that hour and a half.
Yeah, we know that this will be the first time that Trump has actually debated one-on-one. It's usually been like 1 versus 17, but how consequential do you think this debate is likely to be, and will it really affect the eventual outcome?
Well, I think this is going to be the most important moment of the entire campaign, starting from the nomination process at the convention until Election Day. I think there's without a doubt it's going to have more of an effect than anything else in this race in the time that we have left in this. It will move voters. Now, how permanent that movement is, we don't know. We've seen it happen in the past, but this thing will be watched by as many people as watch the Super Bowl.
As we said, an epic night in American politics. Matthew, we know you'll be right there for all of it. Thanks, you for being with us this morning. And a reminder, you can watch that debate right here on Monday night. ABC News chief anchor George Stephanopoulos will be leading our coverage. He'll be joined by Martha Raddatz, David Muir, John Carl, Tom Yamas, Cecilia Vega, Byron Pitts, and Matthew Dowd, who you just saw, as well as Cokie Roberts. And it all starts at 9 Eastern. There are a lot of other headlines this morning. Normally, at this juncture, we toss it over to Ron, but he's off today, so Paula and I are going to share the news reading duties. And we're going to start with President Obama making good on his threat to veto the 9/11 bill.
The president rejecting the measure that would allow survivors and the families of 9/11 victims to sue the government of Saudi Arabia, saying he's concerned that it's going to leave the U.S. open to similar lawsuits. Congress is expected to override that presidential veto.
Authorities say they suspect Russian hackers were behind that massive attack that exposed 500 million personal Yahoo accounts. The hackers even posted a scan of Michelle Obama's passport online. Yahoo is now being sued over this attack.
And the FBI revealing that New York City terror suspect Ahmad Khan Rahami took the train from his Jersey home to Manhattan with those bombs that he later placed on the city streets. New video shows a passerby kicking the bag containing that loaded pressure cooker, which thankfully never went off.
That is an incredible piece of video. And Ron usually likes to end with some sort of crazy animal story, so here we go. In your honor, Ron. Some boaters on the eastern coast of Florida got into a bit of a turf battle with a 10-foot gator. The gator chomping down on the boat as it comes near. The boaters then sped off. Look at that. The boater sped off before the gator could climb aboard. Reminds me somewhat of anchoring the news next to Paula Ferris on a Saturday morning.
Oh.
Don't come near, she will cut you.
Chomp, chomp. The only chomp I'm doing is for, college football, that sort of thing today. I promised I would never bite.
Okay, that's good to know.
Just hugs for you.
I can exhale now.
And hugs for Rob Marciano,
Hugs.
who is sitting in Ron's chair.
I'm sad to see Ron go, but it's always nice to sit down with him.
He's not gone. He's just gone for the weekend.
Right, he'll be
just
back. I need to be back tomorrow. Come on back, Ron. We need you. All right, let's take you to Iowa, where they have some issues with flooding there, and still rising are the rivers. This is out of Manchester, Iowa. State of emergency declared by the governor there for 13 counties. I mean, Waterloo is getting it. Cedar Rapids also going to have some issues here as we go through time. And Richland County, also Vernon County in Wisconsin. Look at these aerial shots for devastating flooding there in the southern part of the state. The rivers in Wisconsin are at least cresting now and should be receding. That doesn't do much for the damage there. But the rivers in Iowa are still riding, especially the Cedar River, which got to get through Cedar Rapids. That's not going to crest until Monday, and then that water's going to get down into the Mississippi. So this is going to be an ongoing issue for the next several days. And another front's coming through. Won't bring a whole lot of rain, thankfully, to the northern part of the front, but in through parts of Oklahoma and Texas. I think we're going to see significant rainfall there, potentially over 3 to 4 inches of it. And big-time fire weather watch for the west. Significant Santa Ana event shaping up this weekend, so we'll look for that danger Sunday and Monday. That's a quick check on what's going on nationally. Here's your local forecast.
Thanks for joining me on this Saturday morning. Some clouds to start, but some sunshine by this afternoon. Temperature-wise, many of us in the 60s to lower 70s as we wake up, and we're really not going to be getting much warmer for the afternoon. Upper 70s for a daytime high today. Then by Sunday, we're in the lower 70s, so a nice taste of fall as we enter into the weekend. Here's a look at your temperatures as we head into the afternoon. We'll fall into the 60s overnight tonight.
Storm Carl is hitting Bermuda as we speak, not to be confused with our political correspondent, John Carl.
He's a hurricane.
And that's, and that's Carl with a K.
Carl with a K, so same spelling.
Love it.
That's next half hour.
We love you, but don't get too comfortable in that chair. My man Ron's coming back.
Yes, Ron's here.
And he's got a strong right hook. Thank you, sir. Thousands of people are expected at the National Mall in Washington, D.C. this morning to celebrate the opening of the newest Smithsonian Museum, the National Museum of African American History and Culture.
President Obama hosting a big reception at the White House on the eve of the opening. ABC's Robin Roberts got an exclusive interview with the president as well as the First Lady ahead of the museum's opening.
It's here at last. It's here at last. Thank God Almighty. It's here at last.
And it's beautiful.